Largest and second most destructive fire in California last year. The Caldor fire started 1 year ago this upcoming Sunday, altering landscape and lives in a way many don't understand unless you've been through it. Father and son David Smith and Travis Shane were arrested for reckless arson, and Travis faces an additional charge for illegal possession of a machine gun. Investigators say a bullet hit an object and hot fragments fell into dry grasses, igniting what would become an almost 222,000 acre incident. Diana Swart with CAL FIRE's Amador El Dorado unit with me now live as we look back on what happened during that fire. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
The Caldor fire burned from August 14th till October 21st of last year. As with much of what people like you face, this was a massive challenge on state and federal land.
That's right. This was unprecedented for El Dorado County. It's in my time here with CAL FIRE, it's the biggest fire I've ever experienced.
Just over 1,000 buildings destroyed in this incident, most of them in Grizzly Flats. Looking back, what stands out in your memory about what happened there and how all of this happened?
Well, Grizzly Flats is a community that was just devastated by this fire. The just years of drought and dense vegetation made it really difficult, and it's just amazing that we didn't have any lives lost in that fire, but it just stands to show how just volatile we are out here in the timber mixed conifer areas.
Aside from that very quick, devastating impact to Grizzly Flats, almost right at the very start of that fire, what was the most difficult thing about the Caldor fire for you and your agency, do you think?
I think that the most difficult thing was actually locating the origin. The terrain over there is very steep. It's very, like I said, dense, a lot of dry vegetation. There's a drainage right there that was difficult to locate. And when it was called in, a lot of times we'll go to the location where it's called from, but that's not necessarily where the fire is. It's just the reporting person is seeing it from that location. So because of the dry fuel and just very dense vegetation, it was able to take off pretty quickly. And then, of course, we were drawn down with resources. If you remember, at the time, we had the Dixie Fire going at the same time. So, having a lot of resources kind of scattered throughout the state makes it difficult as well.
You all are always working hard to evaluate each incident and improve and become more efficient. With the 1 year anniversary coming up on Sunday, what would you say is a lesson learned from the Caldor fire?
Well, I believe with the Caldor and Dixie and all of the fires that we've had in the more recent history, we're realizing that the effects of the extreme drought has made us very vulnerable. And I know the public is actually doing a better job of taking responsibility of their own private property, which is good to see. But here in El Dorado County, in the wake of the Caldor fire, the El Dorado County has developed a wildfire resiliency office to address some of the strategic planning to reduce the risk of wildfire in El Dorado County. So that's something that we're developing through the county, which is a good thing.
And where do you see that unit going forward?
It's in the infancy, but I do know that it's really obviously on the forefront of everybody here in El Dorado County to get education out there for folks, be able to have a lot more communication within our agencies here in El Dorado County, state, federal, and local, to do work together to see what we can do to really protect our communities here and do a better job at forest management and communication and all of that, so that we can withstand this or maybe even prevent fires from becoming as large as that one.
Containment is now at about 60% with the McKinney fire, but we are headed into a stretch of very hot, very dry weather. Temps expected to hit 100. What do you want to say to anybody listening right now about being fire-wise?
I think now, just as always, especially because people are traveling more, be extra vigilant. Make sure that you're safe. Don't, adhere to all of the regulations within the area that you're visiting. If you're camping or hiking, if A lot of places are not allowing fire at all, so adhere to that and maintain your vehicles. Make sure that your vehicles are in good working order so that they don't spark a fire by a flat tire or faulty catalytic converter or anything that could just spark along the side of the road. And then, like always, we really do ask people, if you have any questions or want more information about preventing wildfire, go to readyforwildfire.org. It's got a whole bunch of really helpful information.
A lot of resources out there for folks. We've just got to get everybody to buy in so that everybody's kind of pulling in the same direction when it comes to keeping communities safe and fire-wise. Thank you so much for joining us this morning for this look back at the Caldor fire.
Thank you.